The younger guy, clingy and possessive, fought for me again. After a week-long Cold War with my childhood fiancé, I posted a hard launch on my feed. Under the moonlight there were two shadows, one was mine, the other was also mine. My group chat blew up with congratulations. You two childhood sweethearts finally tied the knot, cheers. I didn't reply to any of them. I simply dragged the clingy, jealous little pup into the chat. Don't get it twisted, guys, this is my husband. The chat went dead silent. Just now, I discovered that the man who was about to walk down the aisle with me was still tangled up with his ex-girlfriend. Adrian says there's an emergency at the office tonight, so today I had to finish setting up the new loft alone. I opened the wardrobe. Adrian's clothes hung neatly on one side, color graded from light to dark. A charcoal gray shirt lay crumpled on the bed, clearly the one he'd peeled off earlier. Tiny creases ringed the elbows and collar. I tossed it into the washer, then mopped the floor while the drum spun. An hour later the room gleamed and I felt absurdly proud. When the chores were done, I found myself pulling open the nightstand drawer. Adrian's a low-key neat freak, everything in sight has to be perfect, but out of sight inside. Chaos, tie clips, spare buttons, coins, crumpled tissues, and what's this? I whispered. An ancient phone, edges chipped. Battery swelling enough to lift the back cover, some 4-year-old model. Curiosity 1. I pressed the power button. Miraculously, it lit up, no passcode. The wallpaper froze my blood, Adrian's ex-girlfriend. My brain said privacy, my thumb opened WhatsApp anyway. Just a peek, the latest message had arrived at 3:17 p.m. That very day, if you don't come I'll wait forever. My hands shook, hadn't they broken up 3 years ago? I scrolled higher. Last week was fun, when can we do it again? Serena won't find out, right? Remember our first date at that same cafe? Blur crept over my eyes, a bulger crushed my ribs until every breath hurt. They weren't just texting, they called, met, practically scheduled weekly rendezvous. The most recent voice call 2 nights ago, 23 minutes. That night Adrian had told me he was whining and dining a client. Every pastel-colored dream of the future imploded. I don't know how long I sat there before keys rattled in the lock. Adrian stepped in, fatigue painted in a soft smile. Serena, I'm back, project wrapped early. So the sentence died when he spotted the phone in my hand, his face blanched. What is this? My voice came out eerily calm as I lifted the relic. Care to explain? His Adam's apple bobbed. Oh, that old thing? Thought I'd tossed it. Where'd you dig it up? My pitch climbed. Stop deflecting. You and Vivian still talking? While we're planning our wedding. He moved to hug me, I stepped back. Riley, we just chat sometimes. A cold laugh tore out of me. Just chat? No calls, no meetups. Does it feel good, her begging you back? His expression fractured embarrassment, annoyance, a flash of guilt. Who told you to snoop, Serena? Privacy, ever heard of it? Privacy? We're getting married and you're sneaking around with your ex-girlfriend. This is your idea of commitment? Voice rising, he said, we didn't date. Coffee and conversation, big deal. Why blow it up? The room tilted. Blow it up? Adrian, reverse the roles. If I were meeting my ex behind your back, how would you feel? That's different. Vivian and I go back 7 years, ex or not, we're friends. Can't you understand? I hid it because I knew you'd overreact. I stared, hollow. Friends? What kind of friend demands secrecy from a fiancé? You knew I'd be hurt and you still did it. Last Wednesday you claimed overtime. Today again, both times her, right? A few seconds of silence, then he exploded. Fine. I met her, so what? Am I not allowed a life? We are just friends. A brittle laugh cracked out. Friends? Does she know we're engaged, do you? Tears fell, hot and fast. Adrian raked his hair. Serena, don't twist this. She's ancient history. Your paranoia, it's suffocating. Vivian doesn't pull this. The knife slid between ventricles. So you compare us? You regret choosing me? He didn't answer, the silence slaughtered me. Answer me. Do you still love her? Adrian roared. I don't know. Happy now? Smack. The slap echoed like a gunshot. Fine, crystal clear. I staggered toward the bedroom, legs leaden. Realization dawned, he rushed after me. Serena, I didn't mean, I'm just mad. Don't touch me. I flung his hand away, spun, caught my foot on a slipper and crashed into the coffee table. My forearm split along the sharp edge. A cry ripped out as I curled on the rug, blood beating. Adrian froze, shock flipping to ice. Cut the act, another guilt trip? I barely touched you. Every fight, he towered above, same melodrama. Get up, your acting sucks. Something inside me shattered for good. Thank God I hadn't moved in yet. Where do you think you're going? He called. Stop the theatrics. We need to talk. He seized my wrist. I met his eyes, stranger's eyes, and said, Morgan. Impatience flared. Quit the princess tantrum. I yanked free. We're done. Wedding's off. He barked, fine, call it. Don't come crawling back. I bolted, afraid one more second would strip me of every last shield. A broken sob tore loose. At the corner I stepped on a pebble, ankle twisting. I hit the pavement in a graceless heap, palms and knees scraping raw. Are you okay? Need help? A stranger hovered. My ears rang. I couldn't deal. I'm fine, Ellis. I limped away, desperate for home. Back in my apartment I disinfected the scrapes and slapped on band-aids. The cuts were shallow, nail-sized. Silence roared. I burrowed under the quilt like a wounded pup, head pounding, limbs weighted. Consciousness slipped. I don't know how long I slept before the doorbell yanked me awake. I shuffled over and found Avery on the mat. What the hell happened? She cupped my swollen cheek, feather gentle. I hadn't cried when I learned my fiancé was pining for his ex-girlfriend. I hadn't cried when he slapped me. I hadn't cried when I fell and bled. I hadn't cried while I suffered alone, but one look at Avery's worried face, at her careful fingers, and the dam burst. I collapsed into her arms, sobbing loud enough to shake the walls. She held me, one hand rubbing slow circles on my back. Only when the storm passed did she ask again, "Tell me everything." Pouting, I blurted, "Adrian's still talking to his ex-girlfriend, meetups, everything." Avery froze, our force of me. Avery, Adrian, Alex had grown up together. This felt impossible. I spilled the whole story. Avery's face turned steel blue, fury blazing behind her eyes. That ex-girlfriend again, endless drama. Garbage grade scum meeting her behind your back. Spotting the bruises on my arm and knee, she hissed, "And these?" Arm caught the coffee table during the fight, knee and palm when I ran and fell. I opened my hand, once smooth skin now abraded and red. Curled against her, I drifted off again. The aroma of food woke me. Avery was in the kitchen, hearing me stir. She said without turning, "Wash up, dinner's almost ready." I obeyed, splashed water on my face, brushed teeth. When I emerged, the table groaned under platters of comfort food. She pressed her palm to my forehead. "Fever's down. Eat, then meds." So I'd been burning up, no wonder. I scarfed down 3 meals worth, starving. Afterward, Avery marched me back to bed. I tried to chat. She tucked the blanket under my chin. "Sleep. I'll be here." Only when my breathing even did she slip out, locking the door softly behind her. After Avery left, she called Alex. "Where are you?" Alex froze. His wife's tone was off today. "Kingjian Club. Is Adrian there?" "Yeah, what's wrong, babe?" Before Alex could finish, Avery had already hung up. She snatched a glass from a passing server, yanked open the private room door, and hurled the drink straight at Adrian. Her aim was lousy. The glass shattered at his feet, splinters sprang everywhere. Alex jumped, scrambling between them. "What happened? Why are you so mad?" Avery's fists were clenched, her whole body shaking as she fought for control. "Ask your darling brother what he's been up to." Alex turned to Adrian. Adrian said nothing, just kept drinking. "Still tangled with your ex-girlfriend? Want your cake and eat it too, huh?" Alex's smile vanished. "Bro, you really?" No wonder Adrian had dragged him out drinking the last 2 nights. That broken-hearted act suddenly made sense. Adrian didn't deny it. "How is she? Has she calmed down?" Avery snapped, "Calm my ass. Are you even human?" Adrian tilted the bottle again. "I'll go see her in a couple of days. We both need space. There's nothing between Vivian and me now." Avery sucked in a breath, let out a cold laugh. "Ha. Blood runs thick, but girlfriends come first. If this wedding actually happens, her last name isn't Anne." She stormed out. Alex hesitated, then chased after his wife. A few days later I felt almost human again and went to check on Petal. I was trimming stems when the wine chimes jingled. "Welcome, what can I get you?" The guy strolling in wore gray sweats and a narrow athletic headband.